Hi folks, my name is Bidondi. I'm a talk show host and a news reporter for TruthRadioShow.com, and I want to weigh in on this despicable display headed by the Raiders' Marshawn Lynch, Mexico City. Now, mind you, Mexico City's the stadium there is probably one of the most historic stadiums in the planet. So many historic games have taken place there. It's got a rich history of athleticism that took place and events that took place at that stadium. So you have the NFL, the Raiders going in there to represent not only their team, their city, but also the NFL and the United States of America. So Mr. Marshawn Lynch decides he wants to put on a political display on this world stage, to use the NFL on this world stage to voice his political opinions. Okay, when you're not getting paid to do that, you're getting paid to put on a helmet to go play football, to represent your country and your league and your team. So you decide to use it as a political stage and sit down for our national anthem, but you rise right up for the Mexican national anthem, which is a total disrespect and display for you sitting for our national anthem. Now, it is really disgusting, and people, I know you got a lot of people out there who are following you, people like you and Colin Kaepernick are calling you guys leaders and heroes. But in actuality, all you guys are nothing but is a bunch of bitches. Sure, you can run the football, or you can throw the football, which you can't no more because he sucks, Colin Kaepernick. And sure, you're probably one of the best in the league at running the football. You could probably run through a wall. And you're getting paid millions of dollars. This is how oppressed you really are. You're getting paid millions of dollars to carry a football, to put a helmet on, to run through people, when people in the military putting real helmets on, running through people with weapons, to protect your freedom, so you have the right to do what you're doing. And what you're doing is you're pissing all over the American flag. You're pissing all over your own family who came here to become Americans, who worked in America, probably served in America, and probably, I don't know your family history, but your family, my family, everybody else's family here that's either worked or served in the military, were police officers or whatever, you're in the history of this country. You're just disrespecting it and pissing all over it. So, and you dare to call yourself, oh, we're fighting for civil liberties. But here's some history for you, because I know you and Colin Kaepernick probably don't know American history well. Okay? Little news flash to the national anthem, because I know you guys hate Donald Trump. I'm a Trump supporter. But however, I do support your right to protest against Donald Trump. I support that. That's called the First Amendment. But here's a little piece of history for you. The national anthem was around long before, 200 years before Donald Trump existed. Okay, I don't like Obama for 8 years. You didn't see me disrespecting my flag because of a president. Presidents come and go, 4 years, 8 years, whatever, they're gone. New presidents come. That's how life works. That's how history works. And here's another little piece of history for you. Now, you and Colin Kaepernick are claiming you're fighting for civil rights. You're fighting against the oppressive police state. Okay, first of all, here's some stats for you. Blacks are not the most oppressed people. Okay, in 2015, yes, more blacks were killed by cops, but 2016, more whites were killed by cops. And the media don't tell you this, that the minorities like Spanish people and Asians, all that, they're also killed by cops too in large numbers. So what I'm trying to say is we are all equally killed by corrupt police officers. And here's a piece of history for you too. Those, civil liberties that you claim you're fighting for, that Colin Kaepernick claims he's fighting for, well, the two symbols, the flag and the national anthem, okay, I don't know if you know this or not, okay, they are the beacon of hope. They are the very symbols of the entire world, not just the United States, but they lead the entire world in hope, liberty, and freedom. It's like it's a beacon of light. It's like that lighthouse in the midst of the waters, okay? The world looks to the United States, okay? Free people, people who want to be free, they look to the United States of America. And those very symbols are the very fabric of what this country stands for. So next time you cowardly sit down and take a knee, know what you're doing for us. Okay, you know what you're doing. You're disrespecting all the veterans, not just the veterans, but the people who all helped found this country and everything else. And there's a lot of history that you don't know, okay? And you think it's all against the black people. No, it's nothing to do with that, okay? It's corporate elite people, especially the mainstream media who are out there, who are race baiting. They're pinning whites against blacks because they want to divide us, okay? If I cut my hand open, you cut your hand open, we'll both go to bleed red. Or you punch me in the face for calling you a bitch, I'm going to bleed red as if I punch you in the face and you're bleeding red. You get my point? We're brothers, okay? We're both born here in America. We're both Americans. Get the drift, okay? So that being said, stop acting like a little bitch, okay? And actually do something about it. And then, again, folks, you need to understand history. And I don't want to go take too long in this video, but Marshawn Lynch, stop being a bitch and start doing something about it. Same thing with Colin Kaepernick. Stop being a little bitch, okay, and start doing something about it. And there's a lot of great police officers. In fact, most police are great people. I know tons of them. But I also know there's a lot of bad cops, too. And I encourage you to do something about the bad cops. But don't disrespect our flag because of bad cops or because of a president. And again, I support your right to protest the president. I'm a Trump supporter, but I support your right to protest him. But the way you're doing it is wrong, okay? And you think the people, the oppressors, okay, give a rat's ass that you're doing this to the flag. You think it affects them in any which way? No. They're sitting there laughing at all of us because we're fighting with each other. Okay, we're dividing each other because everybody's falling for the corporate media elites, all hellish plans to cause a great divide in this country, pitting whites against blacks, blacks against Hispanics, and vice versa. Okay, pitting everybody against each other and dividing us politically as well. And the second stage is they want to destroy patriotism in this country. And they go around in the modern-day education systems as teach that George Washington and the founding fathers were nothing but slave owners and slave masters, and they don't tell you the whole truth. I'm American. My mother's side is Native American. My father's side came from Italy. My grandfather on his side came from Italy. My mom's side was English and Native American. The Wampanoag tribe, the Thanksgiving tribe where the Pilgrims settled and all that, that's the tribe we came from, okay? The King Philip War, the Revolutionary War and all that, my family fought, okay? And so that being said, this is a real American history. George Washington didn't hate black people, okay? He didn't hate the American Indians. In fact, he hated slavery. He couldn't stand what his ancestors done to the Native Americans. This is all historic evidence. You can read his own stuff, go do the history yourself. George Washington, the Revolution, he told the black people, listen, if you're slave owners, I don't care if you're slave owners or black, you fight in my army because I can't stand slavery, I will grant you, I will make sure you're free people, the way you're supposed to be. And he lived to his promise. He told the Native Americans, you fight with me, I will give you your land back, your main reservations. And he did. He lived right to his promise. My mom's side, the Wampanoag tribe, we got a deed from, at the time, General George Washington, and allegiance to him helping him in the war, tongue-tied, yeah, us helping him in the war, he gave us a deed for our property back. Because he couldn't stand what his ancestors did, the British, to take the land from the Native Americans. And he couldn't stand slavery, but he was only one man trying to fight against all the people that didn't mind slavery. And a little history lesson too, maybe 3-4% of Americans actually owned slaves. The very rich people did. So slavery was an epidemic, and it wasn't us that enslaved black people. It was the Spaniards, okay, that bought slaves, brought them over here. So then the British too bought slaves and brought them over here. Okay, and we put an end to slavery, thank God. But I'm sorry for the history lesson, but I'm just trying to explain to people out here what real history is and the thing you're fighting for. Okay, all this relates to each other because everybody thinks, oh, black people are being oppressed more than anybody. No, that's not the truth. We all are oppressed by corruption. We're all oppressed by a corrupt police state. We're all oppressed by the corporate mainstream media, the lying mainstream media, who are causing us to divide with the global elite. They want us divided. They want us hating this country, disrespecting this country. So again, Marshawn Lynch and Colin Kaepernick, stop acting like a bitch. Put your money where your mouth is. Use the power that you have. You have all these followers, millions of followers and fans. Both of you do. Use that, the money you have, okay? Put that to use. Form rallies. Have people, good people, run for political office. Have good people that you know become police officers. And then you could change things from within. And you want to go after these bad, corrupt police officers, again, go to your politicians, use your money and form protests and make sure you do something about it politically to put an end to the police state. So instead of acting like a little bitch on TV to use the NFL as your world stage that you're representing your country with, the honor. I mean, know how many people would have killed Marshawn Lynch? Okay, not you, but know how many people would have killed to be in your shoes, Marshawn Lynch? They would have murdered to be in your shoes, to have the honor to represent the United States of America and the NFL in Mexico, one of the most historic stadiums in the planet. They would have killed to be in that position. And you took a great advantage of it, and you disrespected our country and our flag. And I don't expect an apology from you. All I do is expect for you, from this day forward, stop acting like a little bitch. Stop taking a knee or sitting down like a coward, okay? And again, the national anthem has nothing to do with our president at all. That represents we the people. So if you want to do something about corruption, do it politically. Put your money and your actions where your mouth is. Plain and simple. And this is Dan Bidondi for Truth, for Liberty. And remember, people, you are the resistance. Dan Bidondi, hit me up at Twitter, at Dan Bidondi. And this is Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. God bless.